Welcome back to Further Solutions Academy. Further Solutions Academy. Encourage us more to share our video anywhere you see it, and also subscribe if you have not subscribed before, just for you to get direct update from us. Presently, we have over 250 videos on our platform. It means you can come here and learn any topic of your choice: mathematics, under mathematics, physics, and chemistry, including further mathematics and advanced mathematics. Now, don't forget that if you want any topic or any help, you can reach us. You can drop a comment below, or you contact this number. Now, you can do three things with this line. You can call us, you can WhatsApp us, and also Telegram is allowed. Either of the three is allowed. Now, in this video, I'll be walking you on this topic, which is called word problem. Word problem, just like foundational part of mathematics, basic part of mathematics, which is for the beginners. Now, the topic outline, the first one I'll be talking about sum and difference, and the second one will be products, and the third one will be combination of combining products with sum and difference. By the end of this video, you should understand everything on this part. Okay, let's start. Now, when we talk about the first outline, which is let me start from sum and products. I mean sum and different. When we hear a word sum, now, okay, sum and differences. Now, sum and different. Sum of a set of number is the result. It results you get when you add the numbers. Now, for instance, sum of x and y, sum of x and y, which means it implies x plus y. That is the meaning. That is the meaning of that sum. That is the meaning of what? Of sum. It means anytime you hear a word sum, it means we are talking about what? Addition. Please take note of that. I have no much to say. Let me put an example on this part so that we'll be able to understand that one very well. Try to be simple to complex. For instance, the sum of four consecutive numbers is 58. Find the numbers. Now, look at this problem. The sum of four consecutive numbers is 58. Find the number. Now, what I will just do is that solution to this little problem is a simple one, but you have to understand the meaning of consecutive. Consecutive means the thing is being arranged one after the other. It means that difference is one. Okay, now let me just say, let the number be x. Let the number be n. Let me put n to find it on n. Now, it means, what means now is n, which is n plus 0, n plus 1, n plus 2, n plus 3. Now, by so doing this, I've interpreted consecutive numbers. It means 1, 2, 3, 4, which is we have first one, second one, third one, and fourth one. That's all. Now, we are talking about sum of them is equals to what? 58. It means n plus 1 plus n plus 2 plus n plus 3 and equals to 58. Without doing that, I've interpreted the what? The statement, which is the word problem behind it. Now, it means 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4n plus 1, this is 3, and plus 6 equals to 58. It means 4n. Now, when I subtract, I will subtract 6 from both sides. Because of minus is here, what am I doing is, normally, many teachers normally use a word you call carryover. When you carry plus over the equal to sign to become minus, but that is not allowed. You use the word subtract 6 from both sides, which I'll be having 58 minus 6. When I subtract, it means, let me make it in a very nice way, so that for those that are really be a bit weak on mathematics. Now, this statement let us to know that 6 minus 6 equals to 58 minus 6. It means what I do to this side, I will do it to the other side, which I'll be having 50 equals to 50, which is going to be 52. Divide both sides by 14 by 14. This will cancel. My n equals to what? 13. Now, it means my n is 13. What am I saying? It means n, comma, n plus 1, comma, n plus 2, comma, n plus 3, which implies 13, comma, 14, comma, 15, comma, and 16. Those are the 4 consecutive numbers. That one is settled. Okay. Okay, look at another problem. Another question that can also come out, that can also play with. Now, before we move on to that, let me move on to the difference. Now, when we go here, the difference between, okay, difference between two numbers is the result of subtracting one from the other. Now, when we talk here about different means minus, difference between x and y. Difference between x and y, it means x minus y. Please take note of that. Difference between x and y, it means x minus y. Now, before we go deep, let me use a word. Okay, please take note of this one. Difference between x and y means x minus y. Please take note of that. That is what I want to explain on that part. Okay, now let me quickly use a question or one simple problem to explain that part. Let me use a question of simple problem to explain that. Now, for instance, the difference between 8 and another number is 17. Difference between 8 and another number is 17. Don't forget that we are doing word problem. Don't forget. Another number, just like that, is what is making it a word. Now, okay, difference between, find the two possible value for the numbers. Now, look at me. You are looking for two possible numbers. The possible numbers, just like, let me quickly explain it in a very simple way. Now, these possible numbers, number one, the question does not have direction. Now, it can be positive and it can be what? Negative. That is why you have this word, two possible numbers. Two possible numbers, values. Now, it means condition number one now. Condition number one, assuming x is greater than 8, assuming x is greater than 8, then I'll be having what? X minus 8 equals to 17. It means my x will be equals to what? Let me add 8 to both sides. It means minus 8 plus 8 equals to 17 plus 8, which I will be having x equals to 25. S equals to 25. Now, it means assumption number 1, when my s is greater than what? Because it's a certain number, the number you don't know. This man is not mentioning the what? The number. Maybe it's a big number or it's a small number, but it can be greater than 8 or less than 8. And don't forget that all number in negative or minus negative value are all less than 0. Anyway, that one is, you can check on our video on that. Now, the assumption number 2. Assuming my x is less than 8. Now, less than 8 can be 7, 6, and so on and so forth. Now, it means I'll be having then 8 minus x equals to 17. It means 8 minus s plus x equals to 17 plus x. This will cancel this. 8 equals to 17 plus x. It means also I'll be talking about what? X plus 17 minus 17 equals to 8 minus 17. My x, which we cancel themselves, will be equals to 17 and 8, it will be minus 9. Minus 9. Now, it means if it is less than 8, my answer will be what? Minus 9. Those are the two possible outcomes, value that you can get on that part. Okay, let's move on. Before we go deeper, let me just use before we go deeper, keyword on these keywords are sum, means, addition. Please take note of that. Addition, which is plus. You know what it's called, so plus. Different between, means, subtraction, which is minus. Please take note of that. Those are the key words that you need to master before we go a bit deeper. Okay, now let me move on to the next one, which is called product. Let me quickly explain the next one, which is known as product. Now, I'm talking about product of. Now, when we hear the word product, it means this time around we are on multiplication. Now, look at it. When you hear the word product of two or more numbers is the result when the number are multiplied together. Now, for instance, product of x and y which means x multiplied by y. And for your information, if I have x multiplied by y, the same thing as xy, and also the same thing as yx. Please take note of this. They are very important. It means when you multiply a value together, position does not matter. Depends on what you want to achieve anyway. Now, okay, let me quickly put one or two problems in place so that we really explain this part very well. Okay, for instance, when we have the word product of product of, excuse me. Okay, now when you hear word product, okay, let me use an example of this. Okay, product of two or okay, now product of two or more number. I think I'm not I want to make it, I'm giving you an example on that. Now, product of okay, find the product of -6, 0.8 and 6 odd number 2 all over 3. Now look at this problem. Now this is a number which is negative negative integer. This is a decimal number and this is a mixed fraction. Now I just want to find the product of them. Now solution to this problem. It means I'm talking about -6 multiplied by 0. Multiplied by 6 whole number 2 all over 3. Now that is the product. It means -6 multiplied by 7 divided by 10 multiplied by this times this going to be 18 plus that will be 20 divided by 3. Now what am I doing there? I just make this to a improper fraction. Why this decimal become a what? What's the name of this thing? Fraction. Now it means I will now move on by having, what can I do now? Which I will be having -6 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 20 divided by 10 multiplied by 3. 3 here 1, 3 here is 2. What else? Here 1, here 2. It means -2 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 2, which I'll be having -28. That is my final answer. That is my final answer. Now let me move on to the next one. Okay. Now, for instance, let me just like a word problem. The product of two numbers is 8 whole number 1 all over 9. 4 all over 9. If one of the number is 1 all over 4, find the other number. See, what I will do here is very, very simple. The product of two numbers is this. It means product of two numbers is this. If one of the numbers is this, it means that one of the number 1 all over 4. Solution to this problem. Multiply by, you don't know it, let the number be x, equals to 8 all over what? 9. Which I will now multiply both sides by what? By 4. Now, for your information, there is what is called expression and what is called equation. When you have attribute of equal to, we all know that as what? Equation. It means side A will surely be equals to what? Side B. Take note of that. Now, I think by so doing, if I multiply this side by 4 and also multiply this side by 4, what I will be having now, it will be what? X will be equals to 8 whole number 4 all over 9 multiplied by 4, which I'll be having x equals to 33 whole number 7 all over 9. That is my final answer. Now, before we move on, let me quickly explain one simple problem also. Okay, the product of 3 numbers is 0.084. Full stop. If 2 of the number are 0.7 and 0.2, find the third. Find the third number. Now, solution to this. I'm having two numbers already equals to, it means three numbers are multiplying together give us this. It means I will have 0.7 multiplied by 0.2 multiplied by the number you don't know, call it what? Y, equals to what? 0.084, which solve the problem in terms of what problem anyway. Now what I will just do, multiply these two together, it will be what? 0.14 and y equals to 0.084. After I multiply everything together, I have this. Now divide both sides by what? 0.14, which my y will be equals to 0.084 divided by 0.14, which is my y. When you divide, it will be 0.6. Now, for your information, when you divide everything like this, you don't need to write the statement. But if you are not ready to just write the statement, divide both sides by what? 0.4. And that is your answer. By so doing this, please make sure you go to your book, attend many problems on this part. You will really understand them very well. Now, let me quickly give you more on let's do work on combine product with sum and difference. I want to combine them together this time around. I think I've done three things now: sum, product, and difference. Now, combining product with sum and difference. Now, I want to combine them together this time around. Now, for instance, find the product of 11 and the positive difference between 4 and 10. Now look at this problem. This positive difference, I really give you direction on this question. It means when you subtract them together, you will surely end as positive integer. Please take note of that. Very, very important. Now, it means what? Positive solution. Now, positive difference between 4 and 10. It means it will be equals to is 10 minus 4, which it will give us 6. Can you see 10 minus 4 equals to 6? 6 is positive difference. Now, negative difference will be what? Minus 6, which is will be 4 minus 10. Please take note of that. It depends on what the man is asking. Now, what we now do next is that product of 11 and what? And 6, which is going to be what? 11 multiplied by 6, which is going to be what? Which is going to be 66. Now, for instance, anytime you are asked to multiply 11 with a single unit, it will repeat. Now, when you are multiplying 11 with a number like 11 multiplied by 248, what I will just need, because of that repetition, you will write the first number and the last number. This plus this, it will be what? 6. This plus this, it will be 12, which is going to be what? 12. My final answer will be 2728. Please, you can check on our video on that multiplication tips. Anyway, just trying to show you some things there. Now, that is the end of the problem. That is the answer is what? 66. Okay, let me also move on to another problem. Find the sum of 0.9 and the product of 1.7 and 3. This time around, it means solution to this problem. Now, it means 0.9 plus bracket of 1.7 multiplied by 3. Please take note, that is very, very important. Because find the sum of 0.9 and the product of 1.7 and 3, which I'll be having. If I want to do it very well, you can convert to fraction if you are not very good. But this multiplied by this, how do I multiply 1.7 times 3? Look at me. 3 times 1, I have 3. 3 times 7, it will be what? It will be 20.1, which is 5.1. Can you see? Now, it means I'll be having 5.1. Now, my answer will be, which is going to be 0.1, it will be equals to 6, which is going to be 6. My answer is 6. Please take note of that. Very, very important. Now, before we move on, okay, let me write the last part of this, which is the last question that I'll be playing with on this part before we move on to the next video. And we're expecting that any moment, time soon. Now, find the product of 1 all over 7 and sum of 3 all over 5 and one number 1 all over 2. Now, solution to this problem. How do I go? The first thing I will do is that my product will be, which implies find the product of that and the sum of this. It means 1 all over 7 multiplied by, which is sum of these two, 3 all over 5 plus one number 1 all over 2, which is I'll be having, which also will be 1 all over 7 multiplied by bracket of 3 all over 5 plus, this is going to be 3 all over what? All over 2. Now, my LCM on this part will be 1 all over 7 multiplied by bracket of 10 divided by what? 2 times 3, that will be 6 plus 15, which is I'll be having 1 all over 7 multiplied by what? 21 all over 10, which I'll be having year 1, year 2, which I'll be having 2 year 1, 2 year, okay, 21, oh, sorry, 3. Now, it means I'll be having 3 all over 10. That is my final answer, which to decimal is 0.3. That is what we are to talk about. Now, let me quickly give out the key points of this video, which is on these products. Please take note of this very, very well. Let me just use a word to summarize my class. Okay, don't forget that sum is what? Addition. Anywhere you see it. Different is subtraction, which is, you all know what is called plus, you all know what is called minus. And product is multiplication, which is, we all know it as this. That is multiplication. Now, that is what we need to understand in this part of the word problem, which is for the basic. Please, if you calm down and watch this video, you will really enjoy it and you will get mathematics right, because these are the logic part of mathematics that you need to understand very well. Don't forget that you are home with Further Solutions Academy. Further Solutions Academy. Encourage us more. Please, if anywhere you see our video, make sure you subscribe. If you have not subscribed before, just press the subscribe button for you to get updates, and share to your friends. Just share it to your friend. Let them know the good work that is going on around the world. And if you need anything, any help, you can drop a comment below, or you contact us with this line. With this line, you can do 3 things with this. You can call us, you can WhatsApp us, and Telegram is allowed. I really appreciate you all. Thanks for watching.